Which of the following is the purpose of the amateur radio service as stated in the FCC rules and regulations? A. Providing personal radio communications for as many citizens as possible. B. Providing communications for international non-profit organizations. C. Advancing skills in the technical and communication phases of the radio art. D. All of these choices are correct. C. Advancing skills in the technical and communication phases of the radio art. On which HF bands does a technician class operator have phone privileges? A. None. B. 10 meters only. C. 18 meters, 14 meters, 15 meters and 10 meters. D. 30 meters only. B. 10 meters only. When are you allowed to operate your amateur station in a foreign country? A. When the foreign country authorizes it. B. When there is a mutual agreement allowing third-party communications. C. When authorization permits amateur communications in a foreign language. D. When you are communicating with non-licensed individuals in another country. A. When the foreign country authorizes it. With which countries are FCC licensed amateur radio stations prohibited from exchanging communications? A. Any country whose administration has notified the International Telecommunications Union that it objects to such communications. B. Any country whose administration has notified the American Radio Relay League ARRL that it objects to such communications. C. Any country engaged in hostilities with another country. D. Any country in violation of the War Powers Act of 1934. A. Any country whose administration has notified the International Telecommunications Union that it objects to such communications. What is an amateur station control point? A. The location of the station's transmitting antenna. B. The location of the station transmitting apparatus. C. The location at which the control operator function is performed. D. The mailing address of the station licensee. C. The location at which the control operator function is performed. What type of amateur station simultaneously retransmits the signal of another amateur station on a different channel or channels? A. Beacon station. B. Earth station. C. Repeater station. D. Message forwarding station. C. Repeater station. What is a band plan beyond the privileges established by the FCC? A. A voluntary guideline for using different modes or activities within an amateur band. B. A mandated list of operating schedules. C. A list of scheduled net frequencies. D. A plan devised by a clock to indicate frequency band usage. A. A voluntary guideline for using different modes or activities within an amateur band. What type of tones are used to control repeaters linked by the Internet Relay Linking Project IRLP protocol? A. DTMF. B. CTCSS. C. Echolink. D. Subaudible. A. DTMF. What do races and ours have in common? A. They represent the two largest ham clubs in the United States. B. Both organizations broadcast road and weather information. C. Neither may handle emergency traffic supporting public service agencies. D. Both organizations may provide communications during emergencies. D. Both organizations may provide communications during emergencies. What term is commonly used to describe the rapid fluttering sound sometimes heard from mobile stations that are moving while transmitting? A. Flip-flopping. B. Picket fencing. C. Frequency shifting. D. Pulsing. B. Picket fencing. How fast does a radio wave travel through free space? A. At the speed of light. B. At the speed of sound. C. Its speed is inversely proportional to its wavelength. D. Its speed increases as the frequency increases. A. At the speed of light. Which of the following bands may provide long-distance communications during the peak of the sunspot cycle? A. 6 or 10 meters. B. 23 centimeters. C. 70 centimeters or 1.25 meters. D. All of these choices are correct. A. 6 or 10 meters. Why should wiring between the power source and radio be heavy gauge wire and kept as short as possible? A. To avoid voltage falling below that needed for proper operation. B. To provide a good counterpart for the antenna. C. To avoid RF interference. D. All of these choices are correct. A. To avoid voltage falling below that needed for proper operation. Which of the following could be used to remove power line noise or ignition noise? A. Squelch. B. Noise blanker. C. Notch filter. D. All of these choices are correct. B. Noise blanker. What is the unit of electromotive force? A. The volt. B. The watt. C. The ampere. D. The ohm. A. The volt. Which of the following frequencies is equal to 28,400 kHz? A. 28.400 MHz. B. 2.800 MHz. C. 284.00 MHz. D. 28.400 kHz. A. 28.400 MHz. How many amperes are flowing in a circuit when the applied voltage is 12 volts DC and the load is 120 watts? A. 0.1 amperes. B. 10 amperes. C. 12 amperes. D. 132 amperes. B. 10 amperes. What is the voltage across a 10 ohm resistor if a current of 1 ampere flows through it? A. 1 volt. B. 10 volts. C. 11 volts. D. 9 volts. B. 10 volts. What type of electrical component consists of two or more conductive surfaces separated by an insulator? A. Resistor. B. Potentiometer. C. Oscillator. D. Capacitor. D. Capacitor. Which of the following components can consist of 3 layers of semiconductor material? A. Alternator. B. Transistor. C. Triode. D. Pentagrade converter. B. Transistor. Which of the following is accurately represented in electrical schematics? A. Wire lengths. B. Physical appearance of components. C. The way components are interconnected. D. All of these choices are correct. C. The way components are interconnected. Which of the following is a common reason to use shielded wire? A. To decrease the resistance of DC power connections. B. To increase the current carrying capability of the wire. C. To prevent coupling of unwanted signals to or from the wire. D. To couple the wire to other signals. C. To prevent coupling of unwanted signals to or from the wire. What device converts the RF input and output of a transceiver to another band? A. High-pass filter. B. Low-pass filter. C. Transverter. D. Phase converter. C. Transverter. What would cause a broadcast or FM radio to receive an amateur radio transmission unintentionally? A. The receiver is unable to reject strong signals outside the FM band. B. The microphone gain of the transmitter is turned up too high. C. The audio amplifier of the transmitter is overloaded. D. The deviation of an FM transmitter is set too low. A. The receiver is unable to reject strong signals outside the FM band. What happens to power lost in a feed line? A. It increases the SWR. B. It comes back into your transmitter and could cause damage. C. It is converted into heat. D. It can cause distortion of your signal. C. It is converted into heat. What instrument is used to measure resistance? A. An oscilloscope. B. A spectrum analyzer. C. A noise bridge. D. An ohmmeter. D. An ohmmeter. Which sideband is normally used for 10-meter HF, VHF, and UHF single sideband communications? A. Upper sideband. B. Lower sideband. C. Suppressed sideband. D. Inverted sideband. A. Upper sideband. What do the initials LEO tell you about an amateur satellite? A. The satellite battery is in low energy operation mode. B. The satellite is performing a lunar ejection orbit maneuver. C. The satellite is in low Earth orbit. D. The satellite uses light-emitting optics. C. The satellite is in low Earth orbit. What is a grid locator? A. Letter number designator assigned to geographic location. B. Letter number designator assigned to an azimuth and elevation. C. An instrument for neutralizing a final amplifier. D. An instrument for radio direction finding. A. Letter number designator assigned to geographic location. What code is used when sending CW in the amateur band? A. Baudot. B. Hamming. C. International Morse. D. All of these choices are correct. C. International Morse. Which of the following describes a type of antenna loading? A. Inserting an inductor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it electrically longer. B. Inserting a resistor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it resonant. C. Installing a spring in the base of a mobile vertical antenna to make it more flexible. D. Strengthening the radiating elements of a beam antenna to better resist wind damage. A. Inserting an inductor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it electrically longer. Why should coax connectors exposed to the weather be sealed against water intrusion? A. To prevent an increase in feedline loss. B. To prevent interference to telephones. C. To keep the jacket from becoming loose. D. All of these choices are correct. A. To prevent an increase in feedline loss. What is the purpose of a fuse in an electrical circuit? A. To prevent power supply ripple from damaging a circuit. B. To interrupt power in case of overload. C. To limit current to prevent shocks. D. All of these choices are correct. B. To interrupt power in case of overload. What is considered to be a proper grounding method for a tower? A. A single 4-foot ground rod, driven into the ground no more than 12 inches from the base. B. A ferrite or RF choke connected between the tower and ground. C. Separate 8-foot-long ground rods for each tower leg, bonded to the tower and each other. D. A connection between the tower base and a cold water pipe. C. Separate 8-foot-long ground rods for each tower leg, bonded to the tower and each other. What type of radiation are VHF and UHF radio signals? A. Gamma radiation. B. Ionizing radiation. C. Alpha radiation. D. Non-ionizing radiation. D. Non-ionizing radiation.